New teacher tips. 8 things to do now to prepare for your first school year. Congratulations, you're a teacher. Hoping to get a running start even before you have access to curriculum or classroom? I'll show you 8 things to do now to prepare for your first year as a teacher. Tip 1, how to make a good first impression. The key to unlocking a great school year is creating a positive first impression. Your first year at a school, you're a mystery to both parents and students. They didn't see you around the school last year, and the neighbor kids didn't have you as a teacher. They know virtually nothing about you. A video introduction reassures them not to worry and helps them feel like they know you a little. Many teachers carefully compose an introductory letter for families. The problem is, even with the most carefully composed letter, nervous parents could incorrectly interpret the tone. With a video, your tone is crystal clear. Linking a welcome video to your intro letter is a game changer. Why is it so important to create a good first impression before the first day of school? The first day of school, chances are you'll be distracted, rushing around, assisting students, or busy with supervision duties. Being distracted does not make a good first impression. A welcome video puts you in the driver's seat. You control the first impression. I've been doing this a few years now, and it is my #1 tip for all teachers. What do parents want to know? They want to know that you're going to help their child have a safe and happy school year. I start with my elevator speech, my teaching philosophy, why I'm a teacher, and then something like, I know that we share a common goal to help your child have a safe and happy educational experience. I know that with mutual support and understanding, we can create a positive environment where your child can learn and grow. I pledge compassion, caring, understanding, and open lines of communication for both you and your child. I want to set up the relationship to be a two-way street. We're going to respect each other and communicate carefully with each other to make the best experience for the child. I also share start times and where kids should go in the morning, as well as where, when, and how to pick children up after school. In addition, I tell parents to email anything they would like me to know about their child that puts them in that driver's seat. I let parents know when I'll be checking emails and remind them I will not be checking emails during the school day. What do students want to know? They want to get a glimpse of you and check out your personality. The goal is to make the first day feel familiar for students. Tell them your room number or class name, like we're Team Tiger. Let them know where to go in the mornings before class starts. If possible, show them exactly where you will meet them and what the room looks like from the outside and the inside using photographs of those places. I often show them what I'll be wearing so they can spot me easily. I always pick my brightest, most noticeable outfit for the first day. You can use these resources anytime you get a new student. So nice. Tip 2, don't go shopping crazy. Wait, see what's already provided for you. There may be things left in the classroom by previous teachers. It is too easy to spend a lot of money on things you don't need or won't use. Tip 3, indulge in your favorite frozen treat. Be sure to save the popsicle sticks. You can use them to make equity sticks, fairness sticks, turn takers, whatever you want to call them. They'll be done. That brings me to tip 3, student numbers. Use student numbers on any student supplies and anything you're going to organize or reuse. Use student numbers. If you're going to have a file to save things for conferences or report cards, write the student number in pen, the name in pencil, then you can easily erase it to change it to another student if someone moves or for next year. Student numbers make emergency procedures easier. Using student numbers is a fast way to know if you have all students accounted for. It makes it easy to divide students into groups for transitions or lineup partner work. You can just say numbers greater than 6. Numbers with a 4 in the ones place, go over here. Odd numbers, do this. Even numbers, do that. Numbers 1 through 5 or 6 through 11, and so on. Student numbers are extremely helpful for you. Here's some tips about specific classroom procedures. Be aware. Avoid Pinterest pressures. It might look super cute, but it might not be functional for you. So, your first few years, start with the simplest and cheapest methods to find out what systems work for you. This brings me to tip 4, make a pencil plan. You'll need to know who, what, where, when, how procedures for your pencils. Who provides the pencils, the school or students? What type is acceptable? Do they all need to be exactly the same, or special designs are okay? How do we know whose pencil is whose? Are we relying on the design? Are you going to write student numbers on them? How do they know who it belongs to? Where will students store their pencils? Group containers, partners, or tables? Or will each student have an individual place to store their pencils? When can pencils be sharpened? Is it a certain time of day or a certain day of the week? How are pencils sharpened? What's the procedure? And how many pencils should be available to individual students? I like to have each student have 5 pencils. And how do we know when pencils need to be replaced? Pencil tips, a lot of stuff. Tip 5, a paper plan. You need a system for papers that you collect from students. No cubbies or mailboxes that will require filing on your part. Don't pass out papers this way and don't collect papers this way. It's too time consuming. Don't have students turn in folders that you have to open and empty to get their paperwork. No. I know kindergarten students can remove individual papers from backpacks and folders, and so I always rely on students to put the papers into the collection spots. The collection spot, make it simple. Start with some boxes. Label them. For young students, I might put a sample inside if I'm collecting more than one type of paper at the same time. Common papers to collect are homework, permission slip, fundraiser items. I could even collect in groups by student numbers, making it easy to put the papers in order, because I'm going to use student numbers to make it easier to put my papers in order. I can shuffle through and see whose paper is missing easily. Then I take the organized items out of the boxes and clip them or file them for later to record or save for conferences or report cards, or even to trash. Avoid shuffling papers or digging through stacks of papers. You don't need to return everything to the students after you've graded it or collected it. It's a game changer. For teachers, papers and materials, check out this video you'll find linked in the description box. Now it's time for individual student needs tips. How do students let you know they're thirsty, cold, or need to use the restroom? Tip 6, use non-verbal signals. Use hand gestures to indicate different types of requests for students. A raised hand could mean anything, and you want to know, is it an individual need or a lesson question? Before school starts, check with the veteran teachers. What is the school policy regarding students using the restrooms? Then determine your signal for restroom requests. I like a letter T or a fist wiggling to indicate they need to use the restroom. Introduce this early on day 1 to avoid accidents. Develop and use nonverbal signals to redirect behavior without interrupting the flow of a lesson. Save your talking for teaching, not for redirection or behavior modification. Now for teacher needs. You will be tired the first weeks of teaching, and it's best to eliminate any other pressures on your time and energy. Okay, so a little bit of shopping might be necessary for these tips. Tip 7, get your school fashion ready. A few pairs of super comfortable shoes. For younger children, I like closed-toe shoes because I might be walking through a sandbox or wood chips, or they step on your feet a lot. And I'm going to be doing a lot of walking backwards, so I want to make sure that I consider that as well. And get easy to care for clothes, washable with pockets, pockets, pockets. Prepare the first 2 weeks of outfits, everything down to the accessories, and plan so you're not wearing the same shoes 2 days in a row. Consider keeping rainwear and a change of socks or shoes in your classroom. Sore feet and blisters will ruin your day. Tip 8, feed the hungry teacher. Plan what containers you'll need to pack for your lunches and snacks and label them with your name. The week before school, do a big shop. It's helpful to have everything you need for all your meals for the whole first week. And for the first few days, bring lunches that don't need to be microwaved. It sometimes will take almost the whole lunch period to get your lunch into the microwave. If there's a line of other teachers, you definitely want to make sure that you have the food you need because, like I said, you're going to be tired and hungry usually those first days. And stock up your classroom. Get some non-perishable food and drinks to keep in the classroom. All the talking you'll do will make you thirsty. If you like these tips, please like and subscribe and look for more tips and tricks linked in the description box below. Also, check the channel for lessons for student instruction. I hope my videos will help you to have the best possible first year as a teacher. That's 8 things to do now to prepare for your first school year on Learn With Me, Mrs. Sullivan. Please like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.